could happen. But I just watch out for that stuff, man. I don't know. I guess I'm selfish with the time I have with somebody. It's like we're talking, I'm good. Like, okay, yeah, let's go. Now you go and pay attention to something else. It's like, come on.
Oh yeah, that's a yeah.
Like, come on, man. We were just vibing.
I want to say that to you thing. It depends on what the distraction is, and if it's like an ongoing distraction. If we're trying to have a conversation, if you have a momentary, you know what I mean, you get a pass. But if it's an ongoing or repetitive, like, are you even paying attention?
Right.
Now I'm not having as much fun telling you
right.
my story.
You know how you can get me to never talk to you? Hold on. Oh man. Excuse me. You know how you can get me to never talk to you? Look, you just did it. I'm just saying, like, if I ever see somebody on their phone, I would never bother them. I would never bother you, yo. So if you wanna like try to ignore me, the best thing to do is just get on your phone, act like you're on your phone. I would never bother you. That's like my kryptonite.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not interrupting that. I already know how precious the phone is. I'm not interrupting the phone. The phone wins for me.
Hey, yo, you horrible, bro.
I would not interrupt the phone.
It is not that serious.
If somebody be like, yeah, why you weren't talking? I'm like, yo, you was on your phone. I figure you were good. Like, I'm okay with the silence.
Hey, yo, you horrible, bro.
What?
You horrible.
I'm
you
okay
get
with
an asshole.
I'm okay with the silence. You were having a great time thumb banging your phone, and I'm okay with the silence.
Well, maybe that's their cool, but maybe they're not okay with the silence. So maybe there was a lull or something, and that's what they do to fill that lull. As soon as the conversation picks back up,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a boy that was like that. When I ride in the car, we go to places. I'll make sure like to turn the music down and have nothing on. I'm okay with that.
Yo, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with riding in the car with silence.
Yeah, but with somebody.
Yeah,
you can do that.
100%.
Okay, cool.
100%.
Cool. Yeah, I'm into that.
I mean, just because I do a lot of good thinking in the quiet car, so I'm used to riding in the car by myself, quiet.
Until it get weird, bro. Until it get weird.
It never gets weird for me because I'm used to it. I'm okay with it, especially riding in the car.
For me, it get weird because after a while, I'll start to think to myself like, let's see who could break who.
But what happens is usually the other person pulls out their phone. Or maybe puts their earphones on.
Yeah.
They decide to look at a movie.
Oh, you can't do that.
Why not?
Whoa. My father told me you can't do that.
Whoa, what you mean you can't do that?
Yo, if you're in the passenger side of the car, you cannot be on your phone.
Why not?
What? Nah, you can't do that.
Hey, yo, you are horrible.
You can't do that. You can't ride in the car in the passenger side and be on your phone.
So that means you can't ride in the passenger side and sleep?
No. That's definitely no.
Oh, so you a hater.
No. You are in shotgun. You're the co-pilot. The co-pilot can't go to sleep.
No, why?
No.
That's crazy.
You can't go to sleep.
That's crazy. Fuck that shit. I'm on my phone. I'm passenger seating it.
Nah, you gotta enjoy.
We pulling up a Tubi movie or something.
You gotta enjoy the ride. Oh, you gonna watch TV while the other person is driving? That's disrespectful, man.
Don't be a hater.
That's disrespectful, bro.
No. When you're not driving, you can do whatever you want with that time.
Man,
in that passenger seat. You can't dictate what I can do in my passenger seat because you driving.
You over there giggling, having a good time or something.
That's it. That statement right there.
This guy cut me off. This guy cut me off. You over there.
That statement right there.
Yeah.
Just let me know. It's more about you hating than being a co-pilot. You just said you gonna be over there giggling.
Yo.
While I'm over here.
Why are we not enjoying the same scenery while I'm driving? If you're in the backseat, no problem. You can go in the backseat and do that. You might as well be in the backseat.
Maybe somebody back there. Who the fuck wants to sit in the backseat?
That's crazy. Okay. Would you go out to dinner with somebody and pull your phone out? Uh-oh.
It depends on whom the person is.
That's messed up. I don't care who you are. If we having dinner, why we got to bring the phone at the table? We can just talk.
Again, I think that's a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
I really think that's a case-by-case basis.
Okay, so give me a scenario where...
So, I mean, if you're out on because you're saying we went out to eat. You didn't infer if, like, hey, I mean, I went out to eat with my mom. So I went out to eat with my cousin, my daughter. I went out to eat on a date, like those are different scenarios. Like you go out on a date, obviously, can't bring your phone out. That's super rude.
I guess this is one of the things that's my thing. Then
Yeah,
I'm never bringing my phone out.
I understand. Yeah, bro, you be weird. So
the phone is not important to me. If I'm talking to a real person, the phone, I don't need the phone.
I dig it. You have a lot of hard stances. That's
no, I'm saying that's one of them. That's why I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you.
When you say like it depends, and I'm like, well, damn, I didn't know that. I just, there's no reason for me to put my phone out.
Yeah, I might be like me and my moms might go to think of a place, fucking regular old restaurant, nothing. We might go to Don's Diner, like, you know what I mean?
Don's Diner.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we might go to Don's Diner, go grab breakfast. Wait for the food, we chopping it up, ha. Before you know it, she's showing me some herbal medicine that she's seen Dr. Sebi says, hey, should I take this? I mean, it's normal. No big deal.
I'll be talking to my mom. As soon as she get on the phone, I'm stopping talking. That's the kryptonite. Like, watch.
Yeah, no,
watch.
No.
Let me show you how it goes. I'm talking. Pick up your phone. Hey, so I gonna. I'll wait. Yo, the phone don't even need to be on the table.
I get what you're saying. I'm in semi-agreement, but I'm also a case-by-case basis with that.
I always knew where we were going with the phone before it even.
Yeah, see, again, you have these hard stances.
I knew it.
And these views on what the phone is and what it does. So you have these hard stances. So yeah, you project those hard stances. So that's what it is. Like you're out there advocating, I told you phones are evil, distracting people, rah, rah. So I'm standing. Like that's your views on it. So your actions for people who do those things are a representation of that. That's the portraying. That's what. Yeah. It's cool. I dig, but I understand what you're saying. And I do feel there's cases where people like don't respect people's time and those moments. I don't disagree with that. But that's why I said it's case by case basis. You should be able to read the room. I think.
I was waiting for my chance to go. I feel so highly of what I'm about to say to you that if you even dare think you need to pick your phone up, I'm stop talking, because I'm not just shooting the breeze and just saying and throwing some shit out there. I actually put a lot of thought into what I'm about to say, and you're gonna cut me off by picking your phone up and thumb banging it. I'm not talking to you. I don't need to talk to you.
But that's why
this is not, and I'm not talking about an important call like, oh shoot, my mom. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the need to thumb bang while I'm talking to you is a problem. I know everybody likes to thumb bang. I don't care about you thumb banging, but when it's my time, I'm not sharing it with the phone. I'm just not sharing it with the phone.
I guess.
But you know why? Because when I'm on the phone, I know how much like I'm zoomed in on the phone. Like I don't need to be on the phone, but if I'm zoomed in on the phone, there's no way I can pay attention to two people.
Well, see, again, there you go, projecting what you do and how you do it and projecting on others and expecting it to be the same. It might not be the same.
Do you know you can't pay attention to two things at one time?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but
okay, I can make sense.
It depends on the conversation. I don't know if every conversation, and maybe every conversation you're having.
I don't have the ability. I wish I could have the. I wish if I had the ability to pay attention to two things at one time, I'll pay attention to two things that'll help me out at one time, as opposed to going through the phone and using that as my two things at one time. But unfortunately, we can't. You can't pay attention to two things at one time.
Well, yes. Again, you can do it, but not effectively. But not effectively. But you can hold a conversation, depending on how deep that conversation is, and maybe scroll. Like it depends on what that conversation is.
That's amazing. I can't do it.
Yeah. So say that then.
I can't do it.
So there you go. Since you can't do it, you assume anyone else can't do it.
I can't have a quality conversation while I'm on the phone at the same time.
No, you can't. See, again.
So I didn't know that you don't want to have a quality conversation.
Well, again, we could be shooting the shit.
Quality conversation.
We could be shooting the shit.
Yeah,
we could be talking about complete nonsense, just shooting the shit, and that doesn't require a lot of crazy deep thought. Like I can multitask.
I will never talk to you on your phone. That's complete disrespect to who I am and me. I will never. I'm not saying don't do it. You can do whatever you want.
But
I guarantee you I won't talk to you. What am I gonna do?
It's that complete silence that come after it.
What am I gonna do? And then I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You made it. You put the words in my mouth, and maybe I said it before that there's something wrong with it. I take that back. I understand the importance of the phone and what's on there. It's like some great information on there. Like you don't got to necessarily be thumb banging on Instagram or something. You could be reading an article. But at that time, that is more important than me talking to you. And I said, go, I concede to the phone all the time. All the time. You got it. Like, you got it.
It's the complete silence. And then the funny part is, how long do you realize I'm no longer talking? Like, how long does it take you to realize we're no longer having a conversation?
No. It's not in the I'm not being facetious when I do it. I understand that you need to pay attention to the phone. Because if I'm on the phone, I need to pay attention to the phone.
Okay. So it's a respect thing. You're gonna say, okay, I'm assuming that if you're interrupting our conversation to look at your phone, there got to be something important going on. So I'm gonna respect that and give you that time to go through whatever. Okay.
I'm not saying, oh no, you got on your phone. No.
Okay. See, that's the way it sounded.
No.
That's the way it sounded.
And that's the way you took it.
No, that's the way you said it.
It's not that.
That's the way you said it.
No, the thing is, if we're talking and you break what we're doing to get on your phone, that is more important at the time. That is more important at the time, yo.
See.
That is more important at the time, bro.
Now you putting a spin on it. Yo. See, now you backtracking a little bit. That's more like what you said the first time. That's not what you just said right there. Just no. I dig what you're saying. I understand it, but yeah, that's more you being an asshole than you being okay. I'm just respecting that whatever's there gotta be important. No. That's different. That's like hypothetically, I'm saying, damn, he picks up his phone. That gotta be business related. Let me give him a moment because it gotta be something important if he's interjecting our conversation. That's not what you're saying. What you're saying is, no matter the reason, I'm not doing it because I think it's like business related world and it's something important. I'm just saying, if it's interrupting me, it better be important. So that's a total different reasoning. But I get it though. The result is the same. But the reason is
that's me throwing a little BS on it.
A little razzle dazzle.
But the thing is, if you're talking to me now, I got to pick up the phone. It's something that is more important. That's breaking my attention, and I'm so in tune to what I'm doing all the time. So it's like, oh, that's the phone. Like, I don't even say go ahead. I just get quiet and I just wait. So I'll just wait. I just wait. It's not that bad, but I know the phone is. I'm not competing with the phone. Like,
yeah, like most times I think that undivided attention is expected. But if I'm sitting talking to you about bus colors or some stupid shit, like it's not that serious for me. But if I'm trying to have a legit conversation, I would expect the undivided
you got it.
Undivided attention. But again, if it's a low level conversation, I'm just saying some words, like it's not that serious for me.
Yeah.
I would like. I give you the.
I guess I never have low level conversations.
Yeah. See, I might be talking some nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't like doing two things at once. It's hard. It's hard for me. It is very hard for me. It's just like, oh man, this is difficult. Teach his own. Yeah, but that phone come out at the table. It's like, wow. Yes.
But that is so weird. Because again, I'm just saying, because I'm thinking like, sitting at the table, my mom's, my daughter, we go grab something to eat. Sitting there waiting for the entrees to come out, waiting for the waiter to come to the table. Anybody got nothing to talk about right now? All right, what the fuck the Eagles doing right now? See what the Eagles doing. Oh, AJ said that. Oh. Well, I go to waiter. No harm, no foul. Just killing dead time.
No,
might not be always something to talk about in the moment. If there's nothing to talk about in the moment, I'm not gonna just sit there quietly or just because I don't have to. Like, I'm not just gonna sit there aimlessly. I don't have to. But again, I think if you're on a date, that's a total different situation. But if I'm just at the restaurant at the table, there's nothing going on, nobody's talking about, or they may be having a conversation that doesn't involve me. You know what I mean? I might be at the table with two other people. They might be having a conversation that doesn't involve me. Just sit there. Oh, that's a good point. No. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, so that's how I look at it. It's a case-by-case basis. You should.
That's terrible. Having a conversation. Like, to call it rude. Somebody would be, oh, that's rude, but that's terribly rude. I have 3 people at a table, and just 2 of you are going to just talk about something and not have the other person included. Like, how long is that conversation supposed to go on before you say, "Oh, excuse me"? Or I just got certain things. I just, and then the whole thing at the table, whereas when you said there's nothing to talk about, I would argue there's always something to talk about. There's an atmosphere here that we're all sharing with each other. There's always something to talk about.
It's
you know how to hold a great conversation. There's always something to talk about.
I mean, small talk isn't always necessary. Like, yeah, how was the weather today? Like, it's not necessary just to fill the air. So if I don't have something meaningful just to happen to say, I'm not gonna say, yeah, this is, I'll be honest, it's nice. If I don't feel it needs to be said, I'm not gonna say it just for the sake of it. And this person might make a joke, and that person might have been part of it or related to it. They might have asked them a question specifically.
What do you think we did before the phones were like? I mean, I'm just asking. Like, what was the feel?
We read the menus. We read the menus. We picked up random pieces of paper and read it. You went to the bathroom and you read the back of the toothpaste box. Like,
when you say we read the menus, you were able to probably talk about what's on the menu with the people that were reading the menu, the same thing that you were reading.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a way you can have a conversation.
Okay.
And this is just my biased opinion, because that's the way I grew up. It wasn't happening at the table with me, and I just kind of like do the same thing, like when I'm out. Like,
yeah, see, that's
never.
Again, I keep that's you. That's a you thing, and you can't project that to others. Like, that's a you thing that defines you, and like, I can't expect others to have the same like way about it because I like it that way. You know what I mean? Like, I can't expect that.
And that's why I stay to myself, and I don't like be around people, because I have certain expectations, and I'm not going to lower them for, that's just crazy.
I don't know if it's lowering them. It's understanding like everyone doesn't have the same expectations.
For me, it's lowering them. For me, it's lowering them. For me, it's lowering them.
It's again, yeah.
Why would you waste the conversation with me by being on the phone?
Again, I think you're looking at it too harsh and too direct.
Anyone. Why would you waste the conversation with another human being by using
How
it
is
up
that
by being on the
conversation
phone?
wasted?
There's many things and plenty of things to talk about.
Again, it's always some small talk that can be had. But why have talk just for the sake of having talk?
You know what? I think, me personally, I think being able to speak and articulate is very important. And I think that's the biggest difference between people who make it and people who don't. I noticed that. And that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
People not being able to articulate, not being able to talk a certain way where people can understand them. And there's a lot of practice that could be had right there.
That's totally different from not engaging in small talk. You're stretching it right there. Yeah, you're reaching. I'm gonna tell you, you're reaching right there.
But that's so great. But what's so great about reaching is I'm able to keep the conversation going by reaching. That's how you keep things going. That's how you become a conversationalist.
But what does that have to do with not wanting to engage in small talk? Unnecessary small talk not need to be had just for the sake of saying words.
Well, it's not about small talk. I'm not saying small talk. I get what you're saying with the small talk, not wanting to engage in small talk. That's different. But you're there with the person for a reason.
But who's to say that there's not going to be a conversation had with this time together? At this particular moment, we're not having a conversation. Maybe, again, those 2 people have a conversation. Maybe there's a lull in the moment, a natural lull in the conversation where there's nothing to be said right now. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have a conversation throughout our time together at this table.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean just because these 2 are talking and I'm not part of that conversation, we won't have a conversation together, or we won't have a conversation together collectively. You're making a total inference. I don't think that's a fair assessment of that situation. Yeah. You're making a really broad statement, a really broad decision, not taking into consideration the situation, each situation individually. I dig what you're saying, though.
Yeah, and a lot of people dig what I'm saying, because that's why people, when they get a chance to experience me and going out with them, they see these type of things. Like, I don't need to be on the phone. Like, if somebody is treating me to a dinner or vice versa, I'm not going to be on the phone. There's never a time for me to be on the phone. There's nothing that's more important than this time right here. And maybe that's why people gravitate towards the time spent with me, because of those things. I'm just saying, like, there's never a reason that the phone, when 2 people are at a place,
see,
or more people, it doesn't matter.
Okay, see, because it's a difference.
We can have 4 people. We came here for a reason.
We came here to eat.
Right. There's no reason for the phone to, like, of course, little small stuff, I get that. But if we're having conversation,
The collective,
everybody should be able to be in that
the
conversation.
collective thing was, hey, let's go grab some wings. We all want wings. That was the collective.
Right.
Doesn't have to dictate how each of that conversation has to go because we want to go get wings. It wasn't, hey, the ambiance of that place is so great. Let's go share that. No, we want wings.
So if you go to the bar, to the bar with your boy, you got to be on your phone?
Yeah, we at the bar. I'm not telling you my phone is not going to come out. I might check it. I don't know.
What? That's different. That's different. But would you have to be on your phone instead of engaging in a conversation or enjoying the atmosphere together?
Maybe that's how some people deal with that nervous energy about being out. Maybe they need to find a better way to deal with that nervous energy. But maybe that's that. Like, so I understand those things. So I'm not trying to be harsh on people who do it. I'm not even saying that's what I do it, but I understand it. Like, I'm not going to say that person is totally disinterested in what's going on because that's what they did. No, like, I think that's a case by case basis. You can tell when someone is disinterested in what you're saying and that time with you. You can definitely tell. And then you can adjust at that moment. Like, again, like you said, whether it's, maybe I should leave this event, or maybe I'll give you a moment, or maybe I'm just not going to be part of this conversation. But I don't think looking at it with such a broad, just a hard stance perception applies to everyone. Because I think I think it's the case by case.
I remember I was at a Giants game, watching the game, enjoying the game. I'm like, this is dope. Realizing, like, what my eyes are seeing, the television can't replicate this. This is crazy. And then I see people with their phone recording it, the whole game and everything. And I'm like, how could you do two things at once? Like, it's very hard for me to enjoy everything about the game and all aspects of the game while I'm recording at the same time, or recording, enjoying at the same time.
Because you're putting your perspective and what you're there for on someone else. Maybe they're not there for that.
I'm not putting it on anybody else. I'm just asking, how does that work? And you're not giving me a good example of how you pay attention basically to two things at once and really get the full aspect of everything.
Maybe they're not looking for the full aspect of everything. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
They know they're not looking for it, Xavier?
Maybe they're there for a different reason. Maybe they're only there to see.
When they pull out their camera, they say, I'm not looking for the full aspect of everything. That's basically what you're trying to say that they're saying?
I don't. The problem is I don't know. And that's the point I'm trying to make. I don't know. So I can't assume. I don't know. So I can't say what those people are or aren't getting based on their experience and their expectation of those situations. I can't say that. Because I don't know. And no one knows unless they ask those people individually.
Well, that you can know. You can look that up. Find out, can we pay absolute attention to two things at one time, and you'll get an answer. I looked it up before.
I have too. Like, I've seen the information. I understand.
So you do know.
I understand you can't fully.
You do know.
I understand you can't fully. That's why they say you can't truly multitask, because you can't fully split focus.
So you do know. That's what I'm saying.
But no. Being able to do it and being able to do it at 100% are two totally different things. It's done every day. You multitask every day, but you might not multitask at 100% because that's difficult. That's what you're not doing. But it's done. So you're saying it can't be done, and I'm telling you, obviously it's done, just not then you add at a full 100%. Yeah. Once you add that caveat, yes, it can't be done.
I'm here to watch and enjoy the game. Like, I'm just using the game as an example. I'm here to watch and enjoy the game, or a concert, whatever. I just find it hard to do both. Enjoy and record at the same time.
Well, maybe people want to record because they want to look back at it later. Maybe they've seen a moment that would be interesting. They want to capture it so they can see it later.
I get that.
So, but maybe that's why the phone is out. So maybe, okay, I can't really lock into this moment, but I'll have it for later. Now I can enjoy the rest of the game. So
yeah, I get that. I'm not putting pressure. I just like to enjoy things a little. Will, what's good? I like to enjoy things a little bit.
What's good, Will?
While it's happening, and I get it. I get what you're saying.
Because you also have to, again, to add in the generation and that grew up with that just being the norm. So that's part of the process. But I'm just challenging on you can multitask. Like, it can be done. You can pay attention here and see that. Maybe you're not fully engaged in both, but maybe you see enough to satisfy what your needs are.
Yeah, it's like driving. You could
exactly, just like driving. You can drive and use your phone. Not recommended. You know what I mean? And the lack of being able to do both is what caused you to have the accident.
I was actually talking about driving and thinking.
No, I'm talking about driving and being on the phone.
Nah, that's dangerous.
Again, that's a person trying to split focus. It can be done. People do it all the time successfully.
That's dangerous.
And a lot of people do it unsuccessfully. But the point is, it can be done.
Right. But that shouldn't be done.
No, it shouldn't be done.
That's why I was talking more about driving and thinking. You can drive and you can think about things at the same time. But you still, at the same time, is not 100% focused on the road.
No, because you mess around, go start daydreaming, you drift off.
Yeah,
So
can you do it?
yes, but not at 100% and not effectively long term.
So
but it can be done.
So if I'm enjoying a game that I paid for,
Mm-hmm.
how can I enjoy it if I'm going to record the whole game the whole time?
Who's sitting there
Most of
recording the
time?
entire game?
I'm just saying, I
See,
was out
again,
there and I saw it. I was
know.
like, damn,
I'm
this
just
is
challenging.
crazy.
You're saying things, and you're broad stroking, and you're putting these 100% in the whole game, and you put those things on, and those things aren't real. Like I don't think that's not happening.
I'm just saying, the phone, it stops people from enjoying the moment. It's very difficult.
To you.
But yeah, right. To
To
me.
you.
And do you believe that I'm the only person that thinks this way?
No, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure there's others that might.
I'm about to say, come on. It can't, trust me, I'm not that I'm not that
saying,
wise.
But again, that's still someone assuming what the full experience is for them is for others. And if you're trying to achieve what I deem the full experience, then no, you wouldn't be able to.
So memories are mainly why people record some moments from live events. Yeah, no, I get it. Some moments.
That's
some
what
moments.
I'm saying.
No, I get it.
So we trying to dictate what that moment is for them and what's important for them based on what we think it is? No, you can't do that. So that's why I'm not trying to broad stroke my opinion on when the phones come out and blah, blah, blah. Because I don't know what those intentions, those moments are for that individual. I know what I feel it is, but that's totally different what someone else might feel it is.
Right. I also know that when I pull out my phone that I'm deeply into this and it's like hard for me to pay attention to you. But if I'm at a table or a dinner table, like with family, friends, anybody, like pulling out the phone, like to me, that's just, I don't get it.
No. If it's
That
a
doesn't make any
lighthearted,
sense.
if it's a
If you're gonna
lighthearted
pull out your phone
engagement,
and thumb bang, it's like, damn.
No,
you got
nah.
people here that you could speak to, converse with. It'd probably be a lot better.
maybe at that moment, there's nothing I want to say or nothing that person wants to say. But in another
But
5 minutes,
I'm biased.
I know you are.
I'm not a phone head.
Another 5 minutes, and that's the only reason I'm challenging you, because I know you're not.
I'm not a phone
So
head
in
at
another
all.
5 minutes, I might have a conversation, just like the gas. Hey, yo, let me tell you about this thing I had at the gas station. While it was in my mind, 2 seconds ago, it didn't pop in my mind. So it was a lull in the conversation. It was a lull in the moment. There was nothing being said. Or if it's a lighthearted setting, I'm with my mom's, pops, gram. We just sitting there shooting the shit. Like, it's not that intense to force a conversation. We're all friends here. We're family. We've been around each other enough and had enough conversations that we don't have to force this moment to be filled with conversation. We can have a lull in this moment.
Yeah, I can enjoy the moment without the phone. Damn. I'm one of one, I guess.
I'm not saying no, bro.
Bro, you'll never see me on my phone.
Yeah. We see it, Will.
Yeah, but I don't know why it's not coming up right here. Something's weird. Something's weird. Huh? No. But people missing out on that, man. That's this the human interaction with one another that they could have. They just missing out and substituting it with other things now, and I get it. And mainly everything is on the screens, on the phone. I understand.
I think it's.
I
I
understand.
think we're just looking at it different, because previously you go to those events. What was it? We had to pull out Polaroid cameras. We used to have to pull out, and try to capture those moments like that way. Now we have a moment to capture long clips of those moments. So we tend to use it a little more.
There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I see people take the camera out and they do all this stuff and they, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game. I'll be at another game. So I'm just enjoying the game. So
Yeah, but
that's
now,
all. And that's just the game or concert scenario. And
I think
stuff
some
like that.
people might, when you've got the game.
But if I'm out to dinner, if I go out to dinner with you, I will never pick up my phone. Ever. If I'm out to dinner with my father, never. My brother, never. Siblings, never. Family, never. If I'm at Thanksgiving, I would never pull out my phone to thumb bang my phone when I got family there. I'd rather just watch and look at everybody else do something.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
would
not doing
never
that.
do
Yeah,
it.
I'm pulling it out. I'm sitting out Thanksgiving with family because I mean that just doesn't make sense to me. I'm doing nothing. No one's talking to me. Everybody's in get. Okay, I could find something.
Yeah, no, I get it. I just
Yeah,
I
no,
like
just to
I like
sit and
sitting
people
there and
watch
being
just for
weird.
the hell of
I
it?
love
Yeah,
that.
no,
I love
no,
that.
no,
And I
no,
guess
no.
that's probably what it is. I just like the people watch.
Yeah,
And every
yeah.
time I'm watching people, I'm like, dang, everybody's thumb banging.
Yeah, and if something has,
No, it's
and
nothing,
if
like I
somebody
said.
thinks of something, they shot across the room. Hey, Susie, let me tell you. When the conversation finished, everybody had to laugh, and there's nothing else. Okay.
Bro, I'm by myself with that. Trust me, I'll be the only one by myself with that. No, and I know, and that's just like, I'm always wanting to talk about something. That's it. But I'm by myself with that, and I get it. That's just how I am with that. I don't want anybody to think that this thing got me. It's one of those things with me.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, you got your own issues. You got your own issues.
Yeah.
This thing got me. I can't with this guy.
No,
bro.
if I'm serious, bro. I just that's just me. That's just me. I'm getting long-winded with that. It is bad, man.
Yeah, a little bit. But again, I understand it, but a little bit.
It's not that bad, bro.
It's a little bit eccentric, but I get it.
Rude. See? I agree with Ronald. But when it comes to pulling out during the phone, during dinner, it's rude.
I think.
See, I'm not by myself with that, bro.
I think if you're out of
Appreciate that.
you're out of no, because I think if you're out of you're out on a one-on-one, I think that's more rude. But if you're out with a bunch of friends collectively, I think you're entitled to that moment. Like if you're not engaged in a particular conversation, maybe you wait for your opening in that conversation. Maybe that's how you deal with your anxiety in open settings. I don't know. But I think if it's a one-on-one and it's an intimate setting, absolutely, I think it's rude. But I think if it's a group of people, if you're not you don't have to be engaged in that particular conversation if it doesn't fit you at that moment.
But there's somebody else you can be engaged in conversation with, possibly, that could instead of being on the phone. That's all.
Okay,
because
so I guess
you're at a dinner.
Now you got to dig deep and find something to talk about that you really don't want to talk about because you don't have anything in the moment naturally. So now you got to think. Now you got to dig because now you don't have anything naturally to talk about. So now you got to dig. Now you got to force a conversation.
But just a bunch of people. You don't have to force it. You can just listen to another conversation.
But that conversation doesn't pertain you maybe whatever for that reason. That's why you're not part of that conversation.
Then that conversation should never happen if you're at dinner.
Why? Because it's multiple people. So now I gotta ask her, hey, have you seen this show? Have you seen this show? Have you seen this show? Okay, I got a joke about this show. I just want to make sure everybody here saw it before I make it. No. I'm gonna make a joke about a show. I'm gonna make a joke about an episode of Family Guy. But this guy's never seen Family Guy. Doesn't watch it for whatever reason. So when I make the joke, for the moment, everybody laugh. A few back and forths. He's not part of that right now because he doesn't get the joke. It might take him a moment to sit back and realize get the joke. Then maybe a few moments, someone come around. Bro, you didn't see that episode? Nah, I don't watch it. How you never watch? Now the conversation starts. That's how you can have a conversation with that person not part of that conversation very easily. Very easily.
But that's what I'm saying. But he's not part of the conversation. Should he be on his phone? He just got a part of the conversation when it's asked that he watched Family Guy.
And then what happens? You seen Family Guy? Nah. Have you never seen? You know what? That's not really something I really watch that often. I usually watch X, Y, Z. Now I'm part of the conversation. Now I don't have a lull in that. Now I don't have any blank space to fill.
If you're at a dinner with a group of people, there's no reason for you to be on your phone. There's always something that's going on.
I'm a challenge. It's not. Maybe not always something I want to that I want to partake in. That's all.
Yeah. That moment should be what? That moment should be special no matter the amount of people you are with. Zay gets bored easy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You probably seriously, you probably get bored easy. That's the thing. You probably get bored easy. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, look, if I didn't know you and we were at a dinner party and I started talking to you, you would get awkward and start getting on your phone. And I'm like, dang, bro, we was having a good conversation. You ain't gotta, I can still keep going. You ain't gotta get on your phone. You can get on your phone. I would tell you, like, yo, bro, you good? Because I see you on your phone. I'll talk to you a little. And you'll have to say, oh, no, I'm good. I'm like, okay, let's just talk then. Can we talk? Like, damn, we at dinner. Like, you know, we know these people, right? Like, come on, bro. Or he hangs out with very boring people.
Touche. You know, could be a point.
That's probably
that could be a point.
You know,
I'm not that could be a thing.
Yeah,
that could be a thing. Maybe they don't keep my attention long enough.
Yeah,
that could be
talking.
it.
I'll have
you talking. You know what? Touche. Well, touche. Because maybe if I was at a table with someone. That got me thinking. Maybe I'm a reporter.
That's what I'm saying. You would talk. That's what I'm saying. You know how to talk.
Maybe
come on, bro.
If we're talking, that's a little more interesting. Talk about some shit I like to talk about. Definitely, it will be more engaging. Okay, touche.
Like you probably just need a bunch of things in your mind at any given time. You need stuff. So it's just different.
Touche. And again, but hold on. I'm not saying